What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Mr. Princeton, SoundCloud, Grace Hopkins, and all points spring. Yo, spring. Spring is up in this mug, but it's time for some StarCraft. StarCraft, what's happening? What good? So check it. Spider-Man movie. I wanted to talk about the Spider-Man movie. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Spider-Man. Jamie Foxx as Electro. Now, for those of you who know me, most of y'all don't, I love animation. Always have, always will. But why? Why did they choose Jamie? No, I love Jay Fox. I love Jamie Foxx. He's so talented. His talent is just on. He's just so talented. However, it's like, why did they choose him to be Electro when we see Electro? Let me get some replays. When we see Electro, we're like, we know. You know what? They changed character. You know, okay. I'm gonna quit tripping because dang, that was a long game. I'm gonna quit tripping because they change races and characters all the time. I mean, they just do that, and I ain't tripping. I just wonder why Jamie Foxx though, but I'm hoping it's gonna be good. You know what I mean? I'm hoping it's gonna be better than the last Superman movie. And actually, I'm gonna tell you something. Although I'm not a Tobey Maguire fan, his Spider-Mans were good. Oh my God, the numbers they did. But I like this other Spider-Man better. He seems more. He's a better actor to me. He just is. He just seems more real. Like, yo, like, because here's what we know about Spider-Man. For one, if you read any of the first comic books that came out, Spider-Man was this happy-go-lucky guy. But we all know, for one, Spider-Man's a smart college student, but Spider-Man is still a kid, and he's broke, and his uncle's dead, and he's pissed. You know what I mean? So he's just trying to keep it together the best he can. But one thing people don't know about Spider-Man is still growing into the spider that bit him. And they actually did there's the Good Luck, Have Fun. They actually did a comic book where they showed what is really happening to Spider-Man. When the spider bit him, it mutated, and there's my saying, it mutated Spider-Man, and it's still mutating him. The spider is making Spider-Man a big spider. Huge spider. All right, let's get some names going. Is me against Thigh. So let's see. I am the Terran, of course, and this guy. I remember this game. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I lose. Anyway, so he's Zerg. And a smart ass at that. But anyway, so back to Spider-Man. So basically, in the comic book where they had Spider-Man finally turn into a spider, he goes to the doctor. His doctor's like, "What's happening to me?" He's like, "You're still mutating into a spider." So basically, he goes he goes into the sewers of New York. Everything happens in the sewer. Everything happens in New York. Why couldn't Spider-Man live in Alabama? But nonetheless, so everything happens in. He goes in the sewers of New York. Let's see. What I'm gonna drop a refinery. I went ahead and walled off because he is Zerg. Sent my scouting SCV to see what's going on with this guy, and let's see. He drops a spawning pool. He gets gas first, and he's got 3 on gas. Whenever they get gas first, that means they're going for speed. It's either speed or it's usually speed. So back to speed. Not back to speed. I don't know why these two guys are sitting here, but nonetheless. So I am. Let's see. He's 17 over 18. I am 12 over 27 because I dropped 2 supply depots. And I got a racks here, but I'm not building it, so I'm going to go ahead and get another racks out. This is the wrong build. This is why I failed. I'll get back to Spider-Man in a minute. This is why I failed. Because, okay, when I built my refinery, I went ahead and got 3 on the refinery. But, oh, he's talking some junk. Okay, but what I should have done, okay, I should have put this other refinery up first so I can get the gas and make tanks, so I can get my tanks out because for bailing bus. That's what I should have done first, but I didn't. So I'm gonna drop another racks here, and this guy's just chatting it up because he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do all this stuff to you, this, that, and the third." Okay, so here comes his 4 lanes, pretty much to stop an expansion if I was going to get an expansion. It doesn't necessarily stop it, but it does slow it down an awful lot. Here's his overlord here, and yeah, he's got lanes coming my way. And let's see what else he's got going on. He's got a queen. Okay, he is 25 over 34. I am 13 over, dang, 25 over 34. Good night. Okay, nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead. I got 3 racks going coming out here, and I should have had this factory going on a lot earlier, and I failed. I failed on that. So he's going to drop down a Bailing's nest right there. I should have had a tank already coming out, or I should have had some Hellions out to slow this down. But I get a Reaper because I usually like to scout with Reaper and see what's going on, so on and so forth. But yeah, so I think he just took out one of my Reapers over here. I'm sorry I missed that. And he's going to go ahead and take the Zelnaga Tower. And, well, it's a good idea when you're scouting. So, I'm not trying to hear that. Pros do it all the time. Get a Reaper, you scout. He's going to go ahead and get another gas. And he's going to go ahead and expand. And he's got, 10, 15 lanes sitting here. So, yeah. He's ready to pretty much do a bailing bus is what he's ready to do. That's, yep, that's what he's doing. And I'm going to scout again. Reapers, and there they go. They're going to get a surround on me, and that's it for them. But nonetheless, I wanted to see where they're at. Reapers are great at scouting. So I get a Hellion. I'm trying to get some Hellions out. But like I said, it's the wrong build. I should have had some tanks. And, yeah. He's not getting in here. That's just roast chicken right there. But nonetheless, whenever they're going Zerg, when it comes to like gold, gold down, because I haven't gotten to platinum yet. From gold all the way down, you already know what they're going to do. They're gonna go Bailings. Here comes the Lings. And then they have speed, and then they're just going to bust this down, get in here, and it's going to be all she wrote. So what I pretty much should have did was I should have opened this up and let these Hellions out and try to kite some of this, even though it wouldn't have worked that much because I don't have enough Hellions. So this is a Gold League mistake, and here comes the GG. But with a couple tanks, it wouldn't have been GG. You know, boom, 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 and he's in, and it's pretty much lights out. So, I'm trying to micro these Hellions, but it's just fail, and more fail. So you guys can watch this. Epic failure, epic, and more epic fail. So he's going to kill pretty much everything right now, and yeah. Nonetheless, so bust it. Oh, I go ahead and drop down another bunker. I go ahead and drop down another tech lab. He's still in my base, though. I have nothing. Yeah, there's just nothing. Oh, he's gonna morph some Bailings right in my base. Like, You know, and then he laughs at me, and I deserve it because I made a very noob mistake, and that's just that. I deserve it 100%. Boom, and boom. So yeah, I deserve all that. So that's what happens when you're in Gold League, and you should be doing better. You should know, like this is what's coming. Like this is what's gonna happen. So yeah, but he probably didn't know that I was gonna be able to, you know, get my supply back up and wall them off again. But I have no SCVs, so it's pretty much GG because of that. Nonetheless, so Spider-Man lives in a sewer, and he turns into this huge, huge hulking spider. This thing is just so big, and basically, they send. What they do is they send Craven. Remember Craven the Hunter? You know, they send Craven down after him, and he just manhandles Craven because Spider-Man has like 8 eyes. He turns into a spider. He has 8 legs. He still has some humanity inside of him, but he's pretty much like ready to just. What basically the reason why they went after him is because Spider-Man started eating people. So that's what Spider-Man's turning into. You know, he basically started eating people in New York, and of course they always start with bums because nobody noticed bums going missing, and then, you know, he works his way up and he eats somebody, you know, white and important, and then it's all over. They go after him, but basically that's what he's doing. So when they go down into his lair, there's this gigantic spider web, and then when they see him, you know, he's still conflicting in between his spider self and then his self. You know, this is wrong, but I'm a spider now. And so they go after him, and it takes like 6 or 7 superheroes to just, they don't kill him. They just pretty much stop him. So anyways, yeah, and all that good stuff. But that's what Spider-Man's turning into. And I would love to see that movie because we already know he loves this girl. He fights all these villains, but they need to get down to. If I was going to do it, man, I get down to the nitty gritty. Like, all right, Spider-Man can do all this other stuff, but let's have him start eating people. It's your boy Tone 202. Peace.